Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And so I'm going to pull a card off the top of my I Am deck, and we are going to go over the I Am affirmation, the empowering words that are found on that card. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over the affirmation. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And what I'd like for you to do is to say, I am. Say it out loud. Say, I am the affirmation. As we do this, we not only get to affirm it for ourselves. We not only get to say it, but we also get to hear ourselves say it. And as we do that, we increase our own faith in our own abilities and in the truth of who we are. So let's have some fun, and let's get started by saying that today I am brave. I am brave. I face adversity with maturity. So I am brave. I face adversity with maturity. Are you brave? You are brave. You face adversity with maturity. So we are brave today. And I'm going to write that down in the chat. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Amanda. It's wonderful to see you ladies here this morning. Let's see. I am brave. I face adversity with maturity. Done, 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 and done. And so now I've said it, and I've also written it down, and I've also heard myself say it. And these are three very powerful ways. And I see that you have also written it down there, Lauren. You are also a very brave person. But these are three powerful ways that we can rewire our internal monologue so that we can be brave enough to face whatever it is that is coming along in our day. Because I can tell you that no day that I've ever woken up to has ever ended the way that I thought it would. I get up in the same bed. I go to sleep in the same bed for the most part. But everything that happens in between, it almost never really goes to plan. And I feel like a tremendous amount of life is really just how we handle the stuff that happens in the middle between the sleeps. And so I am brave today, and I face adversity with maturity. So I wrote a story about this on Sunday, and I'm going to read the part about being brave and really understanding what's going on there. So I'm going to read the part about a part of the story that I wrote on Sunday. If you're interested in reading the whole story or you're listening to me tell the whole story, I tell it on Sunday. That broadcast is archived on my YouTube channel. So, with each step of our journey, we demonstrate bravery, facing adversity with maturity and courage. We stand strong in the face of challenges, learning from experiences, and emerging more resilient. We know that our past experiences have prepared us to tackle today's challenges. And indeed they have. And so today, actually, it's a funny card for today. I'm actually off to the dentist. The dentist is one of the foremost fears that people have. It's not necessarily one that I've ever had. I've had issues with my teeth my whole life. And so when it starts hurting, I just make an appointment for the dentist and I go to the dentist and handle it. And but I know that the top three fears that people typically have are death and public speaking, and either the dentist is up there number three, or high places. Heights is generally number three, but typically the dentist is pretty high on most people's fear lists. And when I talk to a lot of my friends about just how often I've been to the dentist in my life, they're just amazed at how I can be so calm about it. And I think about just why that is, why I can do that. And ultimately, it's a mindset. I go there knowing that this person is here to help me and to reduce and eliminate the pain that I have, which is wonderful because tooth pain is very distracting and sucks a lot. So I am brave, and I'm going to face that with maturity. And I was just chatting with a friend yesterday about choosing your hard, choosing choosing the things that are difficult in life, because ultimately everything that we do has a challenge associated with it. And everything that we do has something new, some new thing that is a component of it. And we have to choose our new, we have to choose our hard. And ultimately, if we're not doing that, then we're constantly stuck in the same rut of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so adversity is a side effect. It's a product of trying new things and new ways of being and learning new ways to interact with the world. And so we are brave. We face adversity with maturity. And it takes maturity to step out of our comfort zone and do new things. It takes maturity to decide to be different, decide to interact differently, to have a different outcome. And even though the outcome isn't necessarily objectively scary, the newness is scary. The first time that I ever went to the dentist was scary, but the second time was less scary. The third time was not scary at all. So we face adversity with maturity today. We are going to have adversity in our lives, particularly if we're growing. If we don't have any adversity in our lives at all, then we should watch out, because we're not growing, because we're not morphing into something new, because we're not changing. When we're doing all these things, that's when the adversity strikes. If we just do the same thing over and over and over again, then what would we ever have to be brave about? We're just living inside of our comfort zone, inside of the rut that we've made for ourselves. And that's no way to live. That's no way to do life. No, we are built to try new things, to explore new horizons. I chose a lighthouse as an imagery for bravery, because a lighthouse is something that really it acts as a beacon. It acts as a safety beacon for people who are in dangerous situations. Lighthouses are not really often needed when the sky is clear and it's a beautiful day. Lighthouses come into their own. They become a lot more powerful and useful when the seas are stormy, when the sailors don't exactly know where they are, when they're just when they have their hands full just keeping the ship above the water, and knowing where the rocks are is a really important piece of information. So that's why I chose the imagery, that imagery of a lighthouse for I am brave, because a lighthouse is something that we have to be brave in order to even benefit from. Otherwise, it's just a pretty thing, but it's a life-saving thing for the people who really need it. And that's what we get to be in the world. We get to be a lighthouse for others as we go out in the world and do our own brave stuff, as we choose to do different things and get different outcomes and express ourselves differently. Then we are also a lighthouse for other people. We are a shining beacon for them, because these other people look at us and say, wow, they're trying something new. They're being new. If they're being new and they're trying something new, we also can do that. If they didn't end in calamity, maybe we won't either. So this card is our introduction to be brave, or it's our invitation, not introduction, our invitation to be brave, our invitation to do new things, to recognize that those new things are going to bring some adversity with them, and to face that adversity with maturity, and to know that it's a part of the process and to love the process. So I'm off to the dentist today, but I will return tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and we will once again go through one of these cards and affirm some wonderful things about ourselves. So try something new today. Step out of your own comfort zone. Be brave and be bold and be awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to those who share this and expand the message. You guys are amazing. And I will talk to you in the morning. Aloha from paradise.